It's your girl, That Witch Dani. Just gonna take a second to share this out. When you get here, say hey. Let me know you're here. Let me know you can hear me, all the fun things. Just give me 1 second to share this. So hi. So we'll do the daily reading while we're here. May as well. And I was also thinking, I kind of want to hear from y'all. I want to know what is going on with you guys, how you're feeling, questions you might have for me. I know I've been receiving a lot of messages lately from y'all, like all over social media, about like suddenly having psychic abilities or intuition, synchronicities happening to you all the time, like repeated numbers, the angel numbers and stuff like that. And a lot of people going like, what the hell is this and what's going on? So it kind of felt like like it was time to do one of these again. It's actually been a while since we kind of went back to the basics and just, you know, talked about what's going on here, why these things might be happening to you, and what kind of what's going to happen moving forward, if that makes sense. But let me know that y'all can hear me okay and say hi when you get here so I know you're here and like where you're from and all the fun things. But mostly this really is about y'all. You know, I want to talk about what you want to talk about. I want to know what questions that you guys have, where you're at right now. All right. Hi. It's so good to see you. What's going on? Negative energy from a parent that passed away. Be safe. So you have a parent that passed on, and you think that they are like their energy's still around you? Let me know. I'll help you, but I just want to understand a little bit more. Or do you think that they sort of just left residual negative energy like in the space? Let me know what you mean, and I'll help you. And I'm sorry for your loss, by the way. But I'm noticing that people in general that aren't just like in this work, like I was born a psychic medium. This is just normal life for me. It's all I've ever known. But, you know, people who don't normally live that life are finding themselves like experiencing all kinds of weird things. Like I get the weirdest messages. I got one today that someone that I'm very close to woke up, or not, isn't sure they woke up. They were sleeping and felt like drops of water hitting their cheeks, and then they woke up. There's like no leaks anywhere. There's no explanation for it. You know, just weird things. A lot of y'all are experiencing like astral travel when you're sleeping, or sleep paralysis, stuff like that. A lot of intuitive shit going on. Okay, I gotcha. Okay, so still have power over you, which sounds more like shadow work than actual energy, right? Being around you. So you need to, the most important thing you can ever do to free yourself is practice the amazing art of forgiveness. And I know that it's really hard, because the initial feeling of that, right? The truth is that forgiveness is never about the other person. It's all about you. It's for you. It's you taking your power back from them and saying your, you know, words or whatever you did to me is no longer going to affect me and my life or hold me back in any way. It really is about you taking back your power. And the way to do that is, you know, kind of write it out as if you're talking to them, whatever that may be. Write out whatever it is you need to forgive them for. Tell them how they made you feel. Like, I mean, be brutally open and honest. No one's ever gonna, like, you know, you're not gonna read this, you know, to a passed on person, or even if they were alive. It's for you to release it. And then you say, and I got this from the archangels. Hold on. There we go. Sorry, I'm just getting rid of the fuckery. I can't. Don't have patience for the fuckery, shenanigan bullshit. Anyway, bullshittery. I love that word. I heard another tarot reader say it, and I was like, wow, amazed. So forgiveness, I got this from the archangels. You say, I forgive everyone and everything that's ever hurt me or harmed me in this lifetime or any other, including myself. And you keep doing it until you mean it. And I know it sounds kind of simple, but I've been through some pretty rough stuff in life and had people do some pretty rough stuff to me. And it worked. It gave me back my power. Their words no longer had power. And then you just kind of start retraining your brain, right? Because now you need to work on self-worth and self-love, and no one else can give that to you but you. But it's kind of the only way to let like the power of those, you know, words stop affecting you or having any kind of effect on you at all, really. I hope that helped, but let me know. So what else? Anybody else? I literally can't even see the comments now because of that Lord of the Douche, but okay, I don't think so. I don't think I missed anything. But is anybody else experiencing things like that? Like suddenly I like having bursts of intuition or all the synchronicities when you keep seeing like the numbers everywhere, repeated numbers like 1111, 333, whatever. The 444s in me are ridiculous. And that was never a number for me before. But I turned 44 last year, and now it's the only friggin' number like pattern I ever see. Had resentment against, receive everything I wish for myself. Yeah, no, it's true. It's true. What we put out is what we get back, right? And if we're going to say we believe in the concept of collective consciousness, then we know that whatever we wish upon someone else, we're wishing upon ourselves. You know, what we're putting out, we're getting back. And when you can truly get to a place where you can just be like, oh, I'm sorry, that's how you feel about me, love and light. It is so freeing because nothing bothers you. No one gets control over you. No one gets to like spike your emotions or cause those reactions in you. When you can just get to a place where you're like, well, sorry, that's how you see it. Love and light to you. You give them the finger as you're walking away, I don't care. But you just, as long as you can get to that place where nothing and no one can steal your peace, that is like the greatest gift in the world. I see fours of all kinds and all, yeah, 2 4s, 3 4s, 4 4s. I don't, everywhere. It's bizarro. Never did before, but I do now. But it's an interesting timing for it considering we're leading up to this great reset. And 4s are about building stability and security in your life, which I've never really had. So we'll see. Yeah. 11er. Yeah, you know what I should grab if I don't have it over here, but I'll grab it real quick. I'll grab my angel number deck and we'll pull a couple of messages from that because I'm going to do a reading for you guys too and just kind of see where spirit kind of guides this. 333. Yeah. 333 is a like master teacher number. So if you're seeing 33 or 333, that usually means that you've got somebody coming into your life that is going to really help you in some way, help you grow, help you learn some new lessons and like spiritually evolve and grow as a person. Or you yourself could be, you know, walking into a role as like a teacher or a leader of some kind too. 2s are usually about choices, you know, options, having different paths that you can go down. And if you see the angel number 222 often, it usually means that your guides and angels are with you and they're going to kind of help you, you know, choose the best path for you. And a lot of times like that choice is not, what happens is there's 2 different ways to get to the same ending. And your journey will be different. You'll learn different things. You'll experience different things depending on if you take the right fork or the left. But at the end of the day, whichever one you take, you're still going to get to the place that's meant for you because what's meant for you will never miss you. It's just what is your soul going to experience and learn, and what are you going to go through along the journey if, you know, you went one way versus another. But they're all powerful. When you see them repeatedly and you start to see those synchronicities, that's how you know that you're on your soul path. You're on your, you know, your mission, your purpose, you're going the right way. When you stop seeing them, you're welcome. When you stop seeing them is usually when it's time for a little reflection. and like a little pause, like, all right, am I disconnected from my guides, from my angels, from my higher self, my own intuition, you know, and going the wrong way here because I'm not seeing all that connection anymore. Hi, how are you on here? Aren't you at open mic night? It's my mom, everybody. I'm usually at an open mic night tonight with my dad and my uncle, but I wanted to be here with y'all. A sign somewhere. Oh, yeah. Well, you know, I just did this cross-country journey in my car, and we saw fours everywhere. Like there would be billboards with like the phone number would be 444-4444. Like I'm not even kidding. Every license plate had a 44 on it. Every tractor trailer had that number. Like just wildness. But yeah, like I said, if you're seeing the synchronicities a lot and the repeated patterns, that's a good thing. That means you're going the right way. Your angels and guides are with you. But when you feel that sort of disconnect and you're not seeing those things anymore, that's when you want to, you know, take notice and reflect. You might have to recalibrate, you know, somewhere along the line and choose a different way to go. Yeah. Well, if you think that her active spirit, like she's actively still with you in your space, you can clear that, and there's ways that you can protect yourself too from that energy, you know. But usually when people cross over, if she's crossed over, they're very different. They're not like they were in this life, you know, because like we've all had lifetimes where we were bad people. We've all had lifetimes where we were good people. We've been male, we've been female, whatever. Our souls come down here to learn and experience things and check off these lists, you know, of things that we need to go through and experience in order to ascend on the other side, to grow on the other side where it matters and where we'll be forever, eternity. So it's almost like you're kind of playing a role while you're down here. And a lot of times the soul is very different once it's crossed over, unless it hasn't fully crossed over or is like really held on to this like life for some reason. Something's anchoring them here, which is possible. And that could be going on. But you definitely need to have a clearing done at your, you know, in your space in case they're like haunting the space, and of yourself too. And don't feel hopeless or helpless here. Like, it's great to have like someone like me who's a Reiki master teacher and a psychic or whatever that could cross people over and clear spaces and energies. You know, and sometimes it's necessary, but you also have a lot of power too. You know, like this is your realm and you can tell them, you don't belong here anymore. I want nothing to do with you anymore. Like, get the fuck out of my space. And like, you know, you can sage or Palo Santo and you can salt around your perimeter of your space to keep it clear and stuff like that. And you can call in the archangels yourself too. Like, you don't need somebody like me to do that. They'll come to anybody that asks for help. You just need to be specific and detailed about the help you want or need. But you can ask them too to protect you and remove any negative energy from your space. You just need to be really strong in your intention. You know, like if you're wavering or you sound a little nervous or anything like that, it doesn't work as well. Like, your intent needs to be strong. Your words need to be really powerful. Yeah. A lot of the time, relationships are really how souls learn on Earth. We learn through our relationships with other people, romantic or otherwise, family, friends, business, whatever. So they are, like, it's the most profound things that we kind of go through. And depending on your birth chart, some of us are more destined to go through a lot of shit with relationships than others. But, and they're often the spark of someone's dark night of the soul. Like, a dark night of the soul is what, you know, kind of happens leading up to your spiritual awakening. It's like an ego death. You have to crack open, essentially, to let the light in. Mine was brutal. It was very long. My dark night of the soul was awful. I didn't talk to anybody or like get up off the floor for like 10 weeks, and it was brutal. I'm grateful for it now, but it was brutal. And when that happens, though, it makes it really hard to let go of the heartbreak, you know? But usually when we're having a really hard time moving past it, it's because we feel like there wasn't closure. Like if you were ghosted, which is the worst thing anybody could ever do to another human. the worst. It's happened to me. It's absolutely frigging awful. Is that the case for you, Winter Goosey? Did you not get any? You were ghosted. Sending so much love and light to you. Like, I have PTSD just thinking about when it happened to me. It's the worst thing a human can do, and I'm so sorry. It's so cowardly. But you know what happened to me? I was lying on the floor for, like, I don't know, the 8th week or whatever, just in my, like, sobbing, like, horrific state. I was a disaster. And an angel visited me, more than one actually, an archangel, and said, you know, you need to, like, I was looking at it all wrong. I needed a perspective change. The angel said, stop saying that you were just removed from their life, that they just, like, kicked you out of their life or whatever. You know, they didn't kick you out. We kicked them out because they were holding you back. And thinking back on it now, years out of it, it's so obvious. Like, I didn't use my psychic abilities or my, like, Reiki master, like my healing abilities for years, the whole time I was with this person, because they were just dark and, like, clearly sent to, like, stop me, right, from doing the light work that I do. And they were holding me back, like, tremendously. And once I got that flip of perspective, it really changed a lot for me. You know, obviously the hurt was still there, and I had to keep reminding myself and repeating it, you know, that this happened for me, not to me. But the more you can kind of, you know, flip the script and take the power away from that narrative, the easier every day will get. And find a way to be grateful for the lessons you learned, what they taught you, and how strong you're gonna rise. Like, you will have a glow up after this, I promise. You'll have such a huge glow up. And attract a much higher vibrational person to you that is way more suited for you than whatever this lower vibe was, right? Because only low vibes do this kind of shit, you know. How long has it been? I'm so sorry that happened to you. I literally am, like, feeling it for you. 2 years, that's a long time. But you probably haven't had a lot of, like, no, you haven't really known the healing work to do, right? Like, which has probably kind of kept you stagnant too. But the best advice, like, I can give you is the more you lean into it, I know our natural reaction, like, response is we want to run from the stuff that is triggering, right? Or hurts us or is going to put us in that state. It's almost like PTSD, you know? And you want to, like, ignore it and run from it. But the more you can turn and face it and, like, look it, you know, straight in the eye, look down on it, whatever, it becomes a lot less scary and it has a lot less power the more you can do that. And then you need to practice that forgiveness lesson, like what I was talking about. Find gratitude for whatever you learned from it, you know, and, you know, be grateful that this person was removed from your life and can't hold you back anymore, because what's meant for you will never miss you. So this was never your person. They were holding you back from finding your person, right? But just grateful that you're free of it, and start to change that narrative and take some of the weight away from it. Also, right here on YouTube, there's a ton of amazing sound frequency healing videos that are all free. I watch a different one every night for whatever I'm dealing with or going through. Hi. And you can search for one, like for broken hearts or like, you know, getting over heartbreak or healing your heart chakra. And like Archangel Shemuel was on a lot of them, and it was great for heart healing. But search those up and listen to them at night, and, like, believe in the power of them and, like, lean into it. And it's all gonna start to release for you. But we have to give ourselves the closure that they robbed us of, which sucks and is highly unfair. But you can do it, you know? Like, write it out, like I said. Write them a letter, forgive, say everything that you wish you could have said it to them in person, but they stripped you of the ability to do that because they're a coward and a puss, and they ran. You know, get it all out, cry it all out, give it a moment, and then burn it, and that's it. Like, okay, I'm done. I'm not giving this another minute of my life. You know, I deserve so much better. And then work on self-love and self-worth, boundaries, so that this never happens to you again. Not that it's your fault, it's not. It's not, it's never our fault, but it's a lesson we had to learn, and it sucks. I'm sorry. I'm sending big, giant hugs to you. Like warm, fuzzy blankets and all the things. It's the worst. It's the worst. So let me know if anybody else has any other questions or anything else they want to talk about. If not, I'm going to pull some cards and kind of see if like the angels or anybody guides us anywhere. And in the meantime, I'm going to go grab that angel number deck I was telling y'all about. So give me 2 seconds and I will be right back. But think of your questions. I always think I have like everything I'm gonna want or all the decks I could possibly need around me, but I have over 300. It's ridiculous down here. So I can't have them all right with me. Hi, welcome in. So on how many people on here feel like they've been spiritually awakened or had a dark night of the soul? Just out of curiosity, like where's everybody at? I know my OGs already, my students and stuff I know all have. But we are definitely at the time where the masses will be awakening. So this is just gonna start hitting everybody. Look where I split the deck. Can't make it up. Literally, can't make this shit up. Red Lady, how you doing? I think about you all the time. You've had a dark night of soul or spiritual awakening. Okay, so 3 so far. Okay. Yeah, I mean, you know, it's different for all of us. Some people go through several, sort of like, I don't want to say mini and minimize it, like they're just as intense, but they're usually shorter throughout their lifetime. Some of us go through really prolonged, you know, ones that are unbelievably horrific. You know, there's no set plan, and if we're not actively working, like on the steps, sort of, it will take a little bit longer. And you've had some things jump in your path that kind of kept you from being able to continue, you know, your healing journey and way out of it, you know? Yeah, not surprising. Right to the 444. Let's see, so we don't have a ton of people actively on this live right now, so I'd honestly really like to pull one for each one of you. So if you want an angel number message pulled personally for you, then let me know. Just don't all comment at the same time because I won't be able to see it. Yeah. It does, yeah, the numbing, yeah. Exactly, that's exactly where you are. Yeah, I'm so proud of you, by the way. That's amazing. And I believe me, I know how not easy that is to overcome, especially because you have been dealing with a lot of other emotions and stuff, but amazing, amazing. No, you don't get to do that. No, you can't control it. If Spirit says it's time for you to have another level up, you'll go through another dark night of the soul, sorry. Once you sign up for Earth School, there's no getting out. You gotta do all the grades. Like, you might finish this life, but then you're gonna have to come back and do another one because you signed up for it. There's no like, I think I'll just do grades 1 through 5 and then stop going. Nah, man, you gotta go to college. You gotta keep coming. There's no getting out. Yes, you can. I see you. I see you. I'm gonna pull yours first. Let me just get them all in order. I hate it when they're upside down. It drives me bonkers. And I normally always make sure that they're straight when I put them away, but I travel so much that sometimes you run out of time. All right. So what we'll do is we'll pull some messages for the entire collective, and then once like everyone watching or that will watch it later, and then I'll give you all a personal angel number message too. Okay. But let's do these first. Since I got up and got them, let's give everybody an angel number message first. Levels and degrees, yeah, exactly, exactly. And a lot of us that chose to come to Earth at this time, we are carrying a lot of karmic debt or ancestral debt on our shoulders, and we're sort of responsible for cutting like ancestral lines, right? Rewriting sort of ancestral patterns, you know? And it's an honor. We were picked to do it because our ancestors all voted that we were the strongest. We were the only ones that could do it. You know, so it is an honor, but man, it ain't fun, and it ain't easy. It is not easy. It's, you know, a spiritual journey or leading a spiritual, like, spiritually awakened life is not for the faint of heart at all. You gotta be tough. Love and light to you. Okay, so let's get this first angel number out. We'll start with one for everybody, and then I'm gonna do yours. Is it Kang? Am I seeing that right? What does the collective need to hear right now? What message do you have for the collective, everybody watching? This deck is enormous. Like my tiny ass hands, I can barely shuffle it. Okay, that probably sounded bad. Awesome. My late husband was an executive chef. It's a tough job, but when you love it, you love it. But congratulations. Okay. Wow, it's like 1,000. Let's make sure that this is really for everybody, for the collective. What message do you have for everybody watching, angels? Definitely that one. Okay. Okay. Number 1, 901. It says turning a page. Now is your time to begin again. A chapter is closed in your life. Reinventing yourself is not easy. That's what we're just talking about, but it is necessary. Your angel's message now is to embrace that reality and combine it with confidence that you are ready to move ahead. And then it says draw another card with the intention of receiving angelic guidance on what is to come. So I'm going to do that before I read the other ones. What is the angelic guidance on what is to come for everyone watching? That was fast. 483, inner acceptance, receive self-love. Okay. It's all the things we were just talking about, all of the things. Oh, wow, that's amazing. Good for you. That's honestly, it's amazing. 483, the quickest way to find acceptance in your life is to first gift it to yourself. Your angels notice that you need to work on positive self-talk and self-care. Sit in meditation with your hands on your heart chakra, which is here where your heart is. And this is your mantra, so write this down or put it in the comments if you want to remember it for later. This is your mantra, okay? Repeat it a few times until it begins to sink in. I receive self-love. I receive self-love. I love that. And these are the last two that is for everybody, and then I'll pull your individuals. 830, start small. How you begin matters. Your angelic guides affirm that the dreams you are working toward live in microcosm, seeds embedded in your daily activities. Today, do every little thing as you would if it were larger. Put some added detail into your daily work. Cook an extra fabulous dinner or expend a little additional effort during your workout. Reflect on how every choice you make in your daily life can move you towards your long-term goals. I like that. I like that. Every choice should always support where you're wanting to go, you know, like what you're manifesting, what you're drawing in, your intentions, or, you know, where you want your life to go. Every choice should always support that, and we should be removing anything that doesn't. That makes sense. 433, angels oversee. Ask for help is what we were just talking about also. You may have been feeling lost as to which direction to go in life lately. Your angels acknowledge this and ask you to put your faith in them. Write down the decisions you've been putting off and then ask your angels for divine guidance about how to proceed. Draw another card while asking for insight into your next steps. Okay. Can we have insight into the next steps? God, man, they're just pumping out for y'all. These cards are like dying to talk to you. 511, inner power. Unlock your potential. Your angels call upon you to think of something you are scared to do and consider doing it. It's time to have confidence in the parts of yourself you feel are weak. And there is supportive angelic energy on your side. Reflect on what you feel you can't get because of a lack of confidence in life, like asking for a raise or making a friendship closer, taking a new class. The time to go for it is now. And that is honestly like the most truthful shit. I'm not just saying that. Astrologically, there are things that are going to happen over the next 10 days that we have never seen before. Okay, like they've never happened in human history before. And we're going to see some things. And they're going to be a little scary and a little crazy and a little chaotic for a bit. But it's also the most magical time, right? We're going to have this ability to access a brand new life sort of instantly, overnight, that we've never had before. And you don't want to miss it. You don't want to miss this opportunity. It's a big deal. Love and light. Welcome. So it is, the timing is truly perfect to do that. But also, like, I was a runner from things most of my life until my dark night of the soul gave me no choice but to truly look at them. I had no choice. And then I became addicted to like turning around and facing my demons, whatever I was running from, whatever fears I had. If I was terrified to do it, I did it, and I couldn't wait to do it. And because I just like, there was like this adrenaline rush and this empowerment that came from it. And I had terrible self-esteem and no self-worth my whole life. So having the slightest bit of like feeling empowered was so magical for me, that I just got hooked on it. Now I love it. Like when I'm terrified to do something, I can't wait to do it. I just love the way I feel afterwards. It's so rewarding, I promise. And it's like ripping off a Band-Aid. If you just turn around and face the demon, like it's over like that versus like the slow, agonizing pull, little arm hairs and shit. You know what I mean. So you have baby steps too, which is funny because you had, what was it, small steps earlier? Or start small. Start small, and now we have baby steps. 345. Little by little, it will get done. The overwhelm you feel is not unnoticed by your angels. They ask you to reconfigure your perspective. And instead of focusing on the big picture, which normally I would ask you to do, instead focus on or look at the immediate next step, just the next step. Organize your thoughts on paper. Write down what your baby steps will be in the forthcoming days. So if you're trying to complete something huge or you have major life changes going on like I do right now, no, that may be really overwhelming. So just think, what's the next step? Just one more step, you know, that's all. One day at a time, one step at a time, right? All right, Kang, it's your turn. And whoever else would like a personal angel number message, just let me know in the comments. Best and highest messages, angels, please. Kang, Dawn, if I said that right. Best and highest messages, please. What is the angel number Kang needs to hear right now? That was quick. I'm telling you, they really wanted to talk to y'all. Oh my God, you got 444. Protective magic. Your prayers are heard. You are being heard. Be assured that your angels are guiding you, surrounding you, and answering your prayers for protection. It may be a time of struggle, but you are being led into the light by divine forces. Take a moment now to thank your angels for their protective presence in your life. If you want to screenshot that, go for it, Corey. And you got 435, which is goodbye. The chapter has ended. Something in your life is over. This is poignant. The present moment requires you to say goodbye. It's okay to be sad, to mourn what was. Your angels hold you at this time. And there's a mantra here for you, okay? that, you know, you just want to repeat until it sinks in. And it is, I allow myself to heal at my own pace. I know it's going to be backwards, but I allow myself to heal at my own pace. You're welcome. Thank you for letting me read for you. Thank you. Okay, let's see who's next. Okay, Winter, you're up. Best and highest messages, please, for Winter. Wow, you got a bunch too. First one, 901, which says turning a page. Now is your time to begin again. A chapter has closed in your life. Reinventing yourself is not easy, but it is necessary. Your angel's message is to embrace that reality and combine it with confidence that you are ready to move ahead. And then it says the next card will give you more guidance on what is to come. I think this came out in the collective reading, so that must have really been meant for you. All right, so here's your next two, your guidance. 153, inner strength. Positive results are ahead. You have declined the right thing at the right time. Your angels are applauding this recent focus on self-discipline. Way to go. The toxic thing you say no to produce positive results in the long run. And by making these decisions, you are telling the universe that you are worth the effort it takes today to live your best life tomorrow. I love that. Sit in gratitude as you reflect on the goodness you've done for yourself when you've said no to something that wasn't right for you. That is awesome. I love that. And you also have 487. Imagine, contemplate what will be. You are invited to use your inherent skills of creation. Your angels ask you to practice visualization. Sit in meditation for 5 minutes and allow yourself to visualize your daily world as if what you want has already happened. Feel your feelings fully, see the colors of this life vividly, and allow yourself to wonder at this brand new world. Awesome. I love that. You really are definitely ready for a brand new beginning now because, I mean, you found me, right? You're here today. And all of these are about your new path, your new life that's available for you, your brand new beginning. I'm going to pull some tarot too when I finish all these messages that I think will give you a lot of guidance, but I guarantee you they're going to be, the tarot is going to be about new beginnings. We're going to see a lot of full cards, which is step 0. That's how new. Okay, where we at? Shirley, you are up for your angel message. Messages for Shirley, please. For Shirley, please, angels. What is the message she needs to hear now? How can we support Shirley? 360, prosperous growth. Learn from life. Your struggles are not in vain. There is much to be learned from your current situation, and your angels want you to take this opportunity to do just that. Journal about the lessons you are coming up against now and how you can use them to foster a prosperous future. There you go. That was a good one, too. It helps us stay in gratitude, right? When we can be grateful for the lesson that we're learning, even when it's really difficult and hard, because it is teaching us something that we'll be able to have in our pocket, our toolkit, right, for the rest of our lives, you know? Okay, where are we at? Okay, Garrett, it is your turn. Some highest messages, please, for Garrett. What can the angels tell us that will help him on his path, please? 251. Listen. Be open to hearing good advice. When you hear good advice, you'll hear it more than once and from multiple sources. Right now, be alert. Your angels are giving you a message, channeling it through the people and places around you. Listen carefully today to all patterns and signs as they are messages, and it's up to you to find the common link. There's good advice to be uncovered. 251. That's a good one. I don't actually remember ever seeing that card before. That's pretty cool. I love it when that happens. Okay. Oh, shit. Where are we at? Okay, so Red Lady, it is your turn. Hi, Cookie Love. I'm sorry, I'm just seeing these. But Red Lady Sarah, best and highest messages for you from the angels. Wow. I didn't even have to shuffle. Like, they were just like, I'm here. 750. Limitless love. Love yourself and others freely. Your angels are asking you to practice unconditional love today, not only for others, but for yourself as well. You can only accept as much love from the outside world as you give yourself. Time to level up the amount you're willing to receive from within. Journal about how you feel and the vulnerability that occurs when demonstrating unconditional love to yourself and others. Yeah, I love that. I'm sending you tons of love. Hugs, love, fuzzy blankets, all the things. You also have 711, which is about persistence. Reap the rewards of your efforts. You've been working very hard toward your goals, but at some point you have to take all you've done and benefit from it. Your angels ask you to honor your growth. Reflect on something you've been working on for a long time. We all know what that could be, right, love? And think about how far you've come. Really give yourself credit for the lessons learned, the things you've accomplished, the fears you've faced. You've done amazing. Give yourself a pat on the back. We're all going to give you one too, because you have done amazing. You have. All right. 855 is also about love. Love abundantly. Donate your time. It's a call to action. The love you have in your heart can be shared with those around you. Where can you demonstrate love to someone who doesn't feel any? Your guides want you to donate some time today to a person, an organization, or something that would benefit from the abundance of love that you have in your heart. Sign up for a local beach cleanup, reach out to an elderly neighbor, offer to babysit for someone. Any loving action you can do counts. Did y'all ever have somebody like pay for your coffee in line at like a Dunkin'? That happened to me one time. I believe, was I in Florida or California? I can't remember. It was one of my trips. Florida, California. I can't remember. But I like pulled up to like get my stuff and they're like, you're all set, hun. And I was like, what? Like, I don't understand. And they're like, you know, it's paid for. It's you know, it's covered or whatever she said. And I was just like, I don't understand. Like, I don't know anybody here. I've never been here. Like, what the hell? But it was the most magical feeling on the planet. I was so grateful for that. Like, what a flippin' beautiful thing to do for a human, as simple as it was. Like, I felt that high for the entire day, maybe a couple of days. I don't know. It just felt amazing. Just saying. But you also have 986, forthright. Practice saying no. Your angels want to alert you to your tendency to confuse yes with no. And they're asking you to stop. People know you have a hard time not doing what they ask you to do, and they have been taking advantage. It's time to say no confidently. 10 times today, look in a mirror and just practice saying no. Love that. No is a complete sentence. We have this tendency to say no and then explain ourselves. Nah, we don't have to explain shit. All right, if it's no, it's no. And believe me, the worst at doing that ever. I've spent most of my life as a flippin' doormat, but I'm getting better at it. And it feels real good to just be like, no, and not give an explanation. No is enough. It's all it takes, you know? It really is. Okay, let's see where else, where are we at? You are so very welcome, Shirley. Hands-free, got it. Always trying to listen. Okay, sorry, I'm just catching up on your messages, y'all. You could, oh, thank you. Thanks, just watching, I think. Hey, Brandon, how are you? Welcome, everybody. If you want an angel message, just leave me a comment. I'm just going back to see who is next and if I may have missed anybody. Okay. Divine Audio, are you still here? Guidance for love life. You're welcome. You're so welcome. Hi, Hair. How are you? Here by Desi. Desi's a cute name. Hey, Divine Audio. What's going on? All right. Can we get some messages or guidance, advice, please, from the angels for Divine Audio's love life, please? Again, I didn't even shuffle. I didn't even get to shuffle. My gosh. Okay, you got 100,000 messages here. But if I'm reading a message that's not for you, hey, just listen to it, because I keep getting this message, this vibe that like these will all kind of, you're all connected in some way. Everybody that found their way here right now. And your messages, I feel like, are gonna like resonate for each one of you. So just kind of pay attention. I feel like there's gonna be, I'm well, how are you? Messages here for everybody, you know. All right. So first one is that listen one that we heard earlier, because like I said, y'all are connected, so it doesn't surprise me that you're getting similar ones. When you hear good advice, you'll hear it more than once and from multiple sources. So be alert. Your angels are giving you a message, channeling it through the people and places around you. Listen carefully to all the patterns and signs, as they are messages, and it's up to you to find the common link. All right. You have farewell, 924. Look fondly on what was. It's okay to look back on the past with a thankful heart. Your angels see that you are letting go of things that once served you well, and they remind you that it's necessary to do so. Take a few moments to connect to your angels as you visualize their loving light surrounding you, and send your angels and yourself some gratitude as you are letting go of the past. Love that. Money, 525, money. I think we'll all take some of that. Wealth flows to those who already believe they have it. It's like what I was saying about, like the universe doesn't give you what you want. It gives you who you are. So what you put out is what you get back. So the more love and compassion, forgiveness and kindness you can throw out at the world, that's what you'll receive. And the more you live like you have an abundant life and have so much to be grateful for, the more things to be grateful for will find you. Financial abundance wants to flow to you, but you must prepare your mindset for it. The key is feeling grateful for what you want as if you already have it. Think of one thing that you want right now, and then sit for a few moments in quiet appreciation for its presence in your life as if it's already there. Love that. 834, this is one of my favorites, energetic responsibility. It's about being aware of your vibe. Like the front mat at my front door literally says, like, check your vibe before you enter my house. The one at the back door, I think, says Gangster's Paradise or something ridiculous like that. But check your vibes, because, like, I'm sensitive as hell to vibes, and I can't have, like, this dang vibe up in here, because it's going to mess me up and hurt my abilities. But your angels alert you to be aware of the vibrations you're sending out into the world. What you are going through is creating havoc for those who are absorbing your energy. So lie in a calm state and focus on breathing deeply, in through your nose and out through your mouth. After a few deep breaths, you'll feel balanced and stabilized in yourself. And that really does work. I think before we end this, somebody remind me that I'm saying this, and I'll do a quick little meditation with you guys, like a 2-minute recenter that you can do all the time. Soul companions. All right, now we're getting into some relationship stuff. 716, important connections are building. Your angels want you to make new mutually supportive bonds. Mutually supportive, all right? That's about reciprocity, not you putting in all and them taking, okay? The people you meet are special to your journey. Welcome them into your heart space. Think of someone in your life you've connected with recently. Send this person a message or reach out to talk face-to-face and see how you can build on your connection. Love it. Angels oversee, 433. This is that ask for help card. So again, the collective, it's all coming around. We had this one already. You may have been feeling lost as to which direction to go in life. Your angels acknowledge this and are asking you to put your faith in them. So write down the decisions you've been putting off and ask your angels for divine guidance about how to proceed. You're welcome. You're still going. You got 2 more, 411 and 222, divine. Important relationships is 411. See the value in those you love. You are called to select one relationship close to you and nurture it in an attentive and loving way. Think about how to tell a loved one how much you care for them, appreciate them, and see them in your life. Make time for them today as you communicate how important they are to you. Love that. Hi. And 222, trustful. Your angels ask you to trust your place in life right now. You're in the right place at the right time. It's time to take a look around and enjoy the moment. Everything is where it's supposed to be. Think of one thing you need to let go of so you can enjoy this moment. Give that thing gratitude and then send it off into the universe. Picture it evaporating into thin air. I'm a burner. I'm a fire sign. I have to burn everything. I like to watch it burn. But whatever works for you. It's no longer something you need to concern yourself with. So something to release. All right, love? Okay, where am I at here? I saw a lot of messages coming through just then. So I feels like I've missed a lot. Okay. You're welcome. Okay, where are we at? Nice. You know my mom and dad? No way. That's awesome. I was supposed to be with them tonight. Like we do this open mic nights. My dad and my uncle are, my uncle plays the bass. My dad's a lifelong drummer, musician, and we do these open mic nights. But I was like, shit, I didn't realize it was tonight and I have to work tomorrow night. So I'm like, I can't do that. I got to be with my peeps. But that's so cool. That's so rad that you know my mom and dad. Let's see, where are we? Sarumi, you still here? Let's pull a message for you. Oh, your husband plays with my dad. No shit, that's so dope. I love that. That is amazing. Hi, Barbara. That's awesome. Best and highest messages, please. Oh, you missed it too. All right, bummer, man. Bummer. I know Aunt Sue even texted me, and she's like, are you coming tonight? And I'm like, I can't. All right. Where are we? So I'm pulling angel numbers, y'all. That's what I'm doing here. But if you want me to pull one for you, tell me so. Hi, I'm good, Shannon. How are you? Hey, Crystal. What's up, my love? All right. So Shyam, am I saying that right? 477 is your message. Visualize harmony. Release worry and welcome peace. Be comforted. The fears you have are not supposed to be yours alone to hold. Visualize your angels taking them from you, leaving you with only a harmonious peace. Sit in meditation and picture a bright light washing over you, evaporating all your fears. Then take a few deep breaths and picture what harmony looks like to you. You're welcome, Winter. All right, so you guys might have to, if I didn't get to you, just leave me another comment that you want an angel number read for you. Because it kind of got lost in the shuffle and I'm not sure that everybody's even still on here. So just let me know. You can drop an angel wing emoji or something, whatever works. Just let me know if you want me to pull an angel number for you. If not, I want to do a reading for everybody. A little collective. Sure you can, yeah. For Shannon, please. Best and highest messages, angels. You see a lot of twos, don't you, Shannon? You see twos around you a lot. Oh my God, just as I'm saying that. Here's your angel number. 222, which of course we just heard, but your angels ask you to trust your place in life right now. You're in the right place at the right time. It's time to take a look around and enjoy the moment. Everything is where it's supposed to be. Think of one thing you need to let go of so you can enjoy the moment. Give that thing gratitude and then send it off into the universe. It's something you no longer need to concern yourself with. You do, right? Sarumi, I see you now. Okay, I'll do yours next. And you also have 208. Gratitude everywhere. Challenge yourself to be thankful. There's always something to be grateful for. No matter how dire the present circumstances may seem, your angels challenge you to focus on gratitude. Out loud, recite a list of what you are grateful for today. Nothing is too inconsequential to include. I kind of feel like we should all do that. What am I grateful for today? I'm grateful for y'all. You can't even imagine the gratitude that I have for you guys showing up here and supporting me in the channel and allowing me to be part of your healing journey or your spiritual growth. That's the greatest gift ever. I'm grateful for my 3 amazing kids that I had. You know, we had sort of a tough life, but no, that's okay. You didn't miss your message. I'm going to do it next. You're welcome. But regardless of, you know, the obstacles we had to overcome, my kids are amazing and just grew up to be amazing. So I'm super grateful for that. And my family and my friends, like I have amazing people around me and beyond lucky, you know. Thank you. I appreciate you, Crystal, always so much. Okay, so Sarumi, I know that I missed you before, so let me do yours now, okay? Sarumi, please, best and highest messages, angels. What advice and guidance can we offer? Sarumi, please. Ooh, I love this one. 817, it's about passion. Like following your passion, can you see that? Follow your interests. You're being called to master a talent you already own. The thing you do that comes so naturally to you is your gift. These passions are given to you so as to make your life meaningful for yourself and for others. Find the inspiration to pursue your gifts in your daily life. Consider a few ways you can have fun with your talents, no matter how small or trivial they may seem. That's a huge message, it really is. There's like a hell of a lesson there. You know, the universe doesn't make us super passionate about something so that we don't do it for a living to torture us. That doesn't happen, okay? The universe loves us. It's not vengeful in any way. But what happens is like self-limiting beliefs and the bullshit we're raised on, you know, it's like, oh, it's cool that you want to be an artist. Like that can be your hobby, but what's going to be your job, right? Like my dad is a musician, right? But how many times do you think he heard like that's a side thing, right? You got to have a jobby job and then you can play your drums on the side. But that's not true. It's so not true. Singing came to mind. You should totally do that. I'm a musician and a singer. Music is my life. And for you to have found me today and that message to come through, you should definitely pursue that. Music's an amazing gift. Amazing. Greatest thing ever. But yeah, you know, what you're passionate about is usually what your soul purpose is. It's your piece of this puzzle, right? And we can't all ascend until our puzzle's completed. But your piece doesn't fit until you've actualized, until you are your authentic self and following your soul purpose. You know, I think it's a huge part of spiritually awakening. Huge. Thanks, Orist. Okay, where am I at? Who is next? So, Priya, I think. And Desi. Okay. All right, Desi, you are up, my love. For Desi, please, angels, is the advice or guidance or message we can offer to Desi. 401, revive. Your angels need you to know that the light is shining on you now. It's time to take that chance, speak up for yourself, and go for that thing you've been wanting to do but haven't yet. You have a window of opportunity. It's just like what we were talking about, right? And your angels are giving you the go-ahead to put some effort forth to get this done. Right now, take a power walk or sing your favorite song, a power walk. I just had like, I don't know, Richard Simmons visuals going on. Or have a solo dance party. That I do all the time. Get the energy moving immediately to take things to the next level. They're just trying to like, they're telling you to be motivated. Like, speak up for yourself, speak up for what you want and go get it because it's really available to you right now. All right? Go after it. Go after it. A lot of depth in myself and my life experiences. I'm sorry. Surmi, I get it. I've had a very similar journey in my life. Yeah, it puts things in perspective. You know, all of the hardships that I've gone through and I found a way to be grateful for, it's really because I learned how to not sweat the small stuff. You know, like little shit, it does not bother me. Like, I mean, unless I'm like super irritable for some odd reason, because astrology really messes with me and solar flares and stuff like that. But not sweating the small stuff is like the greatest gift that all of that kind of gave me. You know, it's like the stuff that people would have a meltdown about. I'm just like, really? Like, I wish that was my biggest problem in life. It just takes a lot of the power away from the mundane BS that we're always going to have to deal with it on Earth, you know? Yeah. You did. Congratulations. That's amazing. That's awesome. Reiki's going to continue to grow. I've been a master teacher since 2008, but we're just coming into the age now where Reiki's going to be huge. It's going to be like triage. It'll be step one in hospitals everywhere. It's going to be amazing. So it's going to really do well for you, provide well for you. And John, who's on here, organizes a lot of like Reiki shares and stuff too. So I'll have to try to remember, or you can email me if you want, thatwitchdani@gmail.com. So we can like keep you posted when we have those, since you're local. Thank you. Thank you, Surmi. I appreciate it. I do. Thank you. That's very sweet of you. It's honestly super kind. All right, where are we at? Who's next? Who do I owe a card to? Orist, I think it's your turn. I think. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry. Just leave me a little comment. You're welcome. You're so welcome. All right, Orist, your message from the angels, darling. Keep putting that pizza up there. You know I never eat before these lives. I'm starving. I haven't eaten shit today. Nothing. I do, yeah. I actually started studying astrology when I was 9. I guess I was just always meant to be this girl. For Orist, please. Best and highest messages. What advice or guidance can we give Orist, please? Oh, I really thought that one was coming, but it went back in. You have 818. That's an amazing number. That's like the infinity number, Orist. That's pretty hype. Life is a never-ending loop. One cycle in your life is ending, but another is beginning. This shift can feel catastrophic at times, but it's the natural way of things. Be on the lookout for other signs coming your way. Your communication with your angels is strong right now. Draw another card with the intention of receiving guidance in your next steps as the current cycle ends and the next one begins. All right. Can we have a guidance message, please, for Orist? The new cycle coming in. Surrender, 470. Release a problem. Your angels encourage you to surrender a present worry you have to them. Whether you are confused, feeling out of control, or simply at a loss for solutions, you can energetically release this issue to the divine. Inhale, focus on breathing in support from your angels, and as you exhale, focus on releasing control. So surrender to the divine, right? Get into that flow state. And 740, new connections. Keep an open mind. People are showing up in your life who reflect the goals you've been putting forth into the universe. Meet them and open yourself up to what they have to teach you about life and yourself. Demonstrate that your heart and mind are open to new connections by following up with a new friend at some point today. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Oh, Desi, I was saying, you email me if you want, thatwitchdani@gmail.com, and that way whenever we have like Reiki shares in the area, I'll let you know about them so you can come join us, get some Reiki done, give a little Reiki, all the things. You're always welcome to buy me pizza. Crystal, I didn't know your daughter was a Reiki healer too. That's awesome. That's amazing. All right, did I miss anybody? If I missed anybody, let me know. Give me a comment if you want an angel number. Hey, Jimmy. So today I'm basically pulling angel number messages for everybody that's on this live. So I'll get you a personal message. And I'm still working on sign-specific readings too, so the Gemini reading will be posted on my channel pretty soon. Sure you can, Gabby. But Jimmy, this is your message from the angels. Some nice messages for Jimmy, please. How can we offer advice and guidance at this time? All right, you have 500, which is ruminate. Is it worth the risk? Your angels acknowledge that you're losing your patience with a situation that isn't changing. They're guarding you against rash decisions made on a whim. You don't have to make a choice today. Give yourself time to ponder what you should do next. Reflect and journal on the feelings of dissatisfaction that you have. What do they mean at a surface level? And how do they play into patterns of your past? 500. 777, face your fears. Trust the divine. Your angels are asking you to release the fear of the unknown and trust the universe. Give up your control over what's going to happen next. They're telling you not to fear the future, but rather to embrace it with faith that it's all in your best interest. It is perfect in design, brought to you by your most trusted guides. Go into an easy sitting position with your hands upturned on your knees, just this, right? For a few moments and honor your faith in the future. I like it. I like it. You don't have to make a choice today, but trust in the divine and face your fears. Facing your fears is so addictive. I love it. Okay, Gabby and Crystal, got it. Okay, Gabby, here's your message, my love. 77. No way. Facing fears, babe. Best and highest message for Gabby. Please, angels, what advice and guidance can we offer? Wow, that was fast. It came out immediately. 201. You're welcome. How you do one thing is how you do everything. Your angels ask that you take a closer look at your patterns of behavior and consider how they play a role in the bigger picture. What are the small things you do in your daily life that create bigger ripples in your world? Write down one way in which you feel dissatisfied with life and reflect on how that example may show up as a pattern in other places in your life. How you do one thing is how you do everything. It's pretty powerful. Pretty powerful. Wow, Crystal, that's amazing. All right, so angel message, please, for Crystal. What advice and guidance can you give Crystal, please, angels? We just had a little shift go on here. It's like the angels switching of the guards. Somebody new came in, somebody left. But there's more of them because my lips are chattering like crazy, which always happens when I'm around angel energy. You're welcome. Oh, wow, Surmi, that's actually super interesting. Give me 1 second. For Crystal, please. Oh, these angels came in here for you, girl. I'm shaking all over. For Crystal, please. There we go. Okay, well, now we know why Sarah, 777 again. Facing fear, trust the divine. Release the fear of the unknown, trust the universe, and give up control over what's going to happen next. They're telling you not to fear the future, but to embrace it with faith that it's all in your best interest. Go into an easy sitting position with your hands upturned on your knees for a few moments as you honor your faith in the future. And you also have angelic company, which must be why that angel dropped in here like that, Crystal, the new one that just like overwhelmed me. They came for you. Your angels see the struggle you are undergoing presently, and they want you to feel their loving presence supporting you. Call upon them to show themselves to you in signs and messages today, and in the love and compassion of those around you. Ask them to show you their love and believe it when you see it. So Archangel Michael is the angel that swooped in, Crystal, and I started to do your reading. And I work with Archangel Michael a lot, and I know his vibe, trust me, because it's always like makes me shake and my lips chatter like crazy, like I'm shivering. But the magical thing about calling in Archangel Michael when you need a little love and support, if you just need a hug, is he will put his cloak on you, and it's very heavy. It's like a heavy velvety blue cloak, and you will feel it. You'll feel it hit your shoulders like there's a weight on you, like a big old cuddle. So that coupled with this angelic company card that you got is very clearly Archangel Michael's way of saying that he's available to you and with you and supporting you along your path. And call him in when you need that support, okay? And the way you call in an angel is just to say their name. Like just even thinking of them brings you to their consciousness, and they're multi-dimensional, so they can be in a million places at once. They know how to handle that just fine, I promise. Otherwise, they'd have nothing to do but work with me because I'm calling them 24/7. But please call your angels, your own angels, the archangels. You can call in anyone you feel aligned to. If y'all want to do an archangel reading, I can do that another day or post one for you, where I will ask them to come through and tell me which ones are working with y'all or who to call for what. But they love to be useful. Otherwise, they're all sitting around in like this little angel unemployment office they showed me one time, and they're all just like, "We're bored. Can you tell people to call us and work with us?" Like, they want you to. So all you have to do is call on them. You just need to be specific in what it is you want. Because if I'm just like, yo, like Archangel Michael, can you help me? Like, he's like, sure. With what? Because they don't know unless we tell them, and they also need permission to intervene. So just be specific. Tell them exactly what you need help with or what you're struggling with. Even if it's a broken heart, ask them to come in and help it release, help you heal it. And they will, I promise. Promise. I swear, that's what they showed me. It looked like an unemployment room, you know what I mean? And they were all just sitting around bored, watching Maury or something. I mean, they weren't, but that was the visual. And they said that they wanted me to get the word out for more people to work with the angels and call them, because they're bored. They don't have anything to do, and they want to help, and they will, even the archangels. But you were born with your own angels too, that are with you your whole life, and guides. So call on them, use them, let them help you. Okay, let them help you, for sure. Okay, did I get everybody? If I did, then I'm gonna do a full reading for you guys. But I want to talk about that astrology too while we do this. So houses can definitely speak to an alignment, like past life alignment, a twin flame, a soulmate that you've definitely had other lives with. But there are kind of more different parts of a chart that can be even more telling for that. But that certainly is fascinating. It just is. That you would have all the same house placements. It's really unusual. So all the same houses, but you don't have the same sun, moon, rising, right? It's just that they're in the same houses. Let me know if that's right. Yeah, I call up them all the time. I work with Metatron often. I love Archangel Sandalphon because he's the archangel of music, and music's my world. But yeah, I call on lots of them all the time. They're probably sick of me, but they come. They always show up when I need them, or if I call them for y'all. And they'll do the same thing for you. I'm not special. Anybody can do that, okay? I mean, we're all special, but you know what I mean. I am fascinated by the astrology question, though, so let me know. Crystal, I'm so sorry about the car. Oh. 4th house, all about home and family. Cancer's ruled, like Cancer ruled house. I have a weird chart because half of my chart is missing. So, and like I have house placements, but not directly, if that makes sense. Okay, Aries Sun, Capricorn Rising, both Scorpio Rising, Scorpio Moon too, Gemini Moon. Okay. Yeah, that is different. That is different. Interesting. Ringing. I have a ringing going on in my ears right now too. Yeah, I've got it too. And a lot of times that's angelic guidance, or you're getting an intuitive download. Right before I get a download, I'll hear ringing a lot in my ears. But that's awesome. It means psychic gifts are definitely coming through for you. Life's different approaches, but you have the same house placements. I'm fascinated. Like, I really want to do your charts. I really want to do your charts. If you can, and you don't mind, I'm not going to charge you or anything. I want to see them composite. But email me, thatwitchdani@gmail.com with your like names and, place of birth, date of birth, time of birth. So I can composite your charts. I'd really love to see what they look like together. Because I'm fascinated. That's really cool. Yeah, please do. That would be so amazing. Thatwitchdani@gmail.com. I would love to see them. And I'll let you know what I find and send you back a little message about it. But it's cool. I'm so obsessed with astrology. I can't even tell you. Like, this is my book. I get it every year. It's a little pricey for me, but it's great. It's by this company called The Magic of I. And it gives me like the most in-depth astrological placements for the whole entire year. Like, it's wild. I'm trying to find like an example of a good page to sort of show you. But super in-depth. And I live by this thing. Like, I need to know every damn day where everything is and what's going on. Because let me tell you, in all my years of doing this kind of work, like, here's my moon phases for the year every day. Astrology has proven itself to me over and over again, both on like a global scale, but also personal. Like, I've never met anybody who wasn't their chart. You know what I mean? It fascinates me. That's how Nostradamus did all of his predictions. They were all based on astrology, because astrology is basically pattern recognition. So here's like all the aspects for 2026 going, like, it's the coolest thing ever. But this is my business planner. Like, this is what I use every single day, because every day I don't know what I can schedule until I know what all the placements are that day. Fascinating. But it's by Magic of I. If anybody wants to get one, it's still early enough in the year that it'd be worth it, and it's discounted now. So it was a little pricey, but it's amazing. I love it. I love it, love it. Let's see, where am I at? Where am I at? I think that opposite signs often work really well together. A lot of times you'll mirror one another, especially if you're each other's axis. Like, twin flames a lot of the time are each other's axis. Like, I'm a Leo sun. My twin flame is an Aquarius sun. Not in this life, like, we're not together, but in this lifetime. But it's because that is your mirror, and you show each other the things that only you can mirror in that person, right? That still need to be healed, or that you need to look at, or whatever, for your soul growth. So opposites often are quite a vibe, right? But also, like, a whole chart always has to be considered. Like, a sun sign compatibility it doesn't really tell you much, because your sun sign's not a whole lot of who you are in a relationship. Your rising sign is your personality out in the world. Your moon governs your emotional side, and your Venus is how you love and how you are in a relationship. So those are like kind of more important to me, both have Scorpio rising though. Yeah, that's interesting. It definitely is. Capricorn Aries sun alone is not like an automatic vibe. They are very different, but like, fire signs usually don't do super well with Capricorn suns. But like I said, you can't consider that, right? When in a relationship, there's other placements that are so much more telling, A weird astrology thing, okay? All with repeated numbers in their birthdays? Wow. Huh. That's actually fascinating. That fascinates me. Repeated numbers in their birthdays. And there's 3, which is like a master teacher. Yeah, I mean, it gives me ascended master vibes. It really does. I'm writing it down. I think that's awesome. All right. How do you know who your twin flame is? So not every soul is on a twin flame journey in every lifetime that they have. So oftentimes you won't have a twin flame journey in this lifetime. You may have lots of soulmates, and they're just as impactful and wonderful. The twin flame journey is incredibly difficult. And a lot of times souls choose to sort of opt out of it, you know, in a lifetime because it is so hard, because of that constant mirroring, you know, and there's always like a runner chaser dynamic, and, you know, you can't come together until you're ready to heal or you've healed quite a bit and are strong enough to do it. So you don't always have one in every lifetime. You may have had one in a different one, you know, or have one on the other side, but may not have one here. It also happens where you and your twin flame may reincarnate on Earth at the same time, but are not meant to ever be together or meet. Your souls are just here on separate learning journeys or whatever. And they could be living across the world. But if you have a lifetime where that happens to you, you will literally always feel them. Like it's like a magnetic pull inside of you to that person. So it can be a little hard. It's like you'll always kind of feel them. But if you have one you're meant to meet, you will meet them. And I promise you will know. You will know right away. Going on 56 years old, Pisces. Hey, welcome. I was just driving through Ohio, Danny. I just came back from a cross-country trip. You're welcome. I want to say, too, there's a lot of misinformation online. A twin flame connection will never be like abusive or harmful to you in any way, physically, mentally, manipulative, narcissistic. That is not a twin flame. That's a false flame or a karmic, which we do have. We do, where you're just absolutely positive that this is it, right? But really, they were sent here to teach you some big harsh lesson for your soul growth, and they hurt like hell. But it will never be painful, abusive, hurtful like that, in that sense. So if that's going on, promise it's not a twin flame and you should get out of it. Yeah. Can I do that? I don't know. Can I type in here? Can I type a comment in my own live? You've never been married. Well, listen, you don't have to marry a twin flame either, honey. I was married. It didn't work out great for me. Yeah, no, a twin flame connection will never be abusive, ever, ever. Yeah, never. Yeah, it won't let me type in here, but John, or if anybody's still on here, can you just put my email address in the comments so that people can reach me? It's also in the description box too, and on my channel. But being single is sometimes easier. You know, like there's a song that I love. It's called "Love's the Death of Peace of Mind." But I guess that shows you how much I've been hurt in this life, doesn't it? But I'm open to it. I don't necessarily want to be alone. I'm like, I don't want to go through hell again, you know? Well, it's kind of hard to answer that because they may be standing you up multiple times because they're the runner in the dynamic, right? There's always a runner chaser in every twin flame. And they run because they feel the power of it and it scares the hell out of them, you know? That Witch Dani at gmail.com, DANI. But it could be a lesson too. It could be like, how good are you with boundaries? You know what I mean? But it's always best to approach the situation where if they're not ready and you guys aren't together, never wait for your twin. Never. Keep living your life, because the more you pulled back you become like from their energy, they feel that. And then that makes them come running back. But also, like, you want to keep learning your lessons. You don't want to stunt your own soul growth for them. So keep living life like you would, right? Because what's meant for you will never miss you. If they're your twin and you're meant to come together in this lifetime, you will, no matter what. But that doesn't mean you should have soft boundaries and like be a doormat and keep accepting their behavior over and over again if it's like hurting you in any way, or you know what I'm saying? So always live like you would, whether they were or weren't. And value yourself and love yourself and show them how you deserve to be treated, and let it be known you ain't gonna be treated any other way. That makes sense. Hope that makes sense. All right, I'm gonna do a reading for y'all. Thank you guys so much for being here. We've been on a while and you're all like still connecting, and I love it, and talking, and please feel free to ask me any questions you might have about spiritual awakening or anything else. For the collective, please. Show me the energy of the collective, please, right now. So we have some big astrology shit coming up. Yeah, it will. It's very hard. It's very hard. And sometimes you just decide to not do it in a lifetime because it is so hard. I've done that. Just said, I'm not doing the twin flame journey this time around. I ain't doing it. You know, it's hard. Ooh, interesting. Fire and earth fell out at the same time. I mean, fire and water together. Interesting. 18 and 27. And guides. This card always gives me Aquarius vibes, number 7. Even though it's about your guides, it looks very much like the Aquarius symbol. And people often think Aquarius is a water sign because they're the water bearer. But they're not. They're an air sign. But this is already like very interesting to have these like dynamics. So Venus just went into Pisces yesterday. It was previously in Aquarius. Venus loves being in Pisces, even though it's not its ruler. Pisces is ruled by Neptune, and Venus rules Taurus and Libra. But Venus is exalted in Pisces. And it's a good place for it to be. The problem is it can cause a lot of illusion or delusion, right? A very dreamy vibe. So we're seeing things for something that maybe they're not. So that's just kind of something that's coming through and to be aware of right now. But your guides are coming through super strong. So they're making sure you know the difference. And I'm hearing this balance, right? Fire and water. It's like duality, yin and yang. As above, so below. You know what I mean? Good one. Crystal, that's awesome. Hey, love and light. And then we've also got shadow and talisman. So 31 and 43 here. Okay, our shadow and a talisman, the key. So the talisman card in this deck, from the book perspective, actually talks about having like a talisman you wear, you know, like an amulet or something that you kind of bless and is sacred to you, that you keep on you for protection, for guidance, that you always know is empowered with you, you know. But I'm actually seeing the key here as the important one. It's like the key to moving on, the key to balance in your life, the key to like mastering this duality, as above, so below, kind of yin and yang energy, divine feminine, divine masculine, all of that balance, is to dive into the shadows a little bit. And it's going to open up a brand new doorway for you, a new pathway for you to move through with the Great Reset that's coming on February 20th. So peppermint would be... it's not recommended for anybody that's pregnant because it's a little too stimulating, or like seizure disorders, but it's good for a lot of things, headaches, pain. Awesome, thank you so much. I'm so glad you sent it to me, I'm excited. It's good for breathing, yeah. Eucalyptus too, I love eucalyptus for like sinus shit, nasally shit. Anything else, Spirit? All right, let's grab another deck. I'm really feeling this one. And I don't ever pull this deck for you guys, but I don't know. I can't stop looking at it. So let's see what this wants to say. Best and highest messages for the collective, please. Can we guide them today? Good for candy canes. I love mint and chocolate together. I swear it's the best thing ever. Love spearmint tea, I love peppermint tea, and I love mint and chocolate together. All right, what we got? Crystal, you're such a wealth of knowledge. I'm so grateful to have you here. Oh, we got celebration and feathers. Celebration number 6. And feathers. Yes, I'll talk to you about that in a second. John, I see your comment. So 14 is feathers. So this is coming through, y'all, because some of you you're seeing these, and if you're not yet, you're going to. So you're going to see feathers, or you're seeing feathers often. Those are your angels, right? Those are messages from the angels. White feathers are usually good news, protection. A black feather tends to be, hey, pay attention. It's a warning. It doesn't mean a warning that like something terrible is gonna happen. It's a warning like we don't want you to miss something, or there's an opportunity coming and there's a person entering your life that's really significant and important, so pay attention. Okay, but feathers are usually always from your angels and they're guiding you, okay? It's a significant sort of synchronistic message saying like, hey, you're going the right way, keep going, or you know, whatever. But pay attention to that, because there is some celebration in your future. You're gonna meet somebody, have a big opportunity come up for you, something, and you're gonna see feathers around this, or they'll be involved in some way. I'm here in Mardi Gras. I'm here in Mardi Gras, which is on Tuesday. So like, I'm from Jersey. I've never lived in New Orleans, but I've had an obsession with Mardi Gras my whole life. And I throw a Mardi Gras party every year at my house. Every, you know, Fat Tuesday, I do it on the Tuesday. And I make jambalaya and all the things, like, it's always a blast. And I'm literally seeing that, like, in my head right now. So Mardi Gras is on the 17th, which, I don't believe in coincidence, is the same day as the new moon in Aquarius and the same day as the solar annular eclipse. And eclipses are big, all right? It's the most powerful energy we ever come up against or in front of on Earth. Astrologically, it has a tremendous effect, and it enacts change in a sort of immediate way. It's very powerful energy. That being with a new moon in Aquarius, which is the sign of revolution and rebellion and collective consciousness change, so change on a global scale, is very powerful. And we're already kind of feeling the energy of that. Like, I'm starting to lose my voice because this energy is extremely powerful. We've never seen anything like it, ever, in our lifetime. And it's leading us up to what astrologers are calling the Great Reset. And that is on February 20th of this year. So we're talking like, what, a week from now? Oh, I just saw your message about the feathers. Oh, that's amazing. So the Great Reset, why are we calling it that? Because it's presumably never happened before. It's not happened in recorded history anyway, except for like our creation day, like day 0 or 1, maybe. And what's happening is Neptune has just gone into Aries at 0 degrees. Aries is the first sign of the astrological year, first sign of the zodiac, right? So New Year, as an astrologer, starts the first day of Aries season. And 0 degrees is the beginning degree, right? It goes from 0 to 29, back around, and all the degrees mean something different and have a different energy. How like deep into a signs, like sun signs degree you're born will change your energy entirely from someone born at the beginning degrees. Like, it all has a huge, you know, sort of effect on us. So Neptune just went into Aries at 0 degrees. Saturn is going into Aries at 0 degrees on the 13th. And then it's going to conjunct Neptune. So Saturn and Neptune will conjunct at the creation degree, the 0 degree in the 0 sign of the zodiac, the beginning. Saturn is responsibility and a builder, right? Saturn is like building blocks, making shit happen. Neptune is the dreamy planet, right? And what it's doing is it's taking this energy of all the things you can dream up, all of the things that you can imagine and maybe never thought would happen in your wildest dreams, and giving them to Saturn, who builds them and makes them happen, in Aries, who is new beginnings, action-oriented, very fiery, very motivated, like go, go, go. So when I say you have this little window to truly access a different timeline and magically change your life, like a miracle can happen for you. And I am not kidding. I am not kidding. A stellium is when you have more than 3 placements in the same sign. So like I'm a Libra, rising Jupiter, Saturn, and Pluto. So I have a Libra stellium. And this is gonna kind of create that same sort of energy. We're also in the middle of an Aquarius stellium. We're starting to have some planets move out of it now, but we had 5 planets in Aquarius for a while. Aquarius is really strong energy. It's no bullshit. It's a little rough. Yeah, you have a Virgo stellium. Garrett, I don't know if Garrett's still on here, but he has a Gemini stellium. But yeah, anytime there's more than 3 placements in the same sign, it's a stellium. But this is a very powerful. We don't even know. Like I said, astrology is pattern recognition. We don't have a pattern here to go back on and look at and say this is what we predict will happen because it's never happened before. But we do know what happens when Neptune's in Aries or when Saturn's in Aries, not at 0 degrees, and we do know what happens when Saturn and Neptune conjunct, so we can kind of get an idea, right, of what this is going to look like. And pretty much all astrologers are in agreement that this is going to be a great reset. The world will never look the same after February 20th of this year, a week from now. Just keep that in mind. It's super important for y'all to let go of anything that's holding you back or no longer serves you, an outdated version of yourself, outdated beliefs, people who refuse to see you as having a new identity and only want to see you in the way that they knew you, which could have been 30 years ago or more, whatever, right? Because you need to free up space for the new that wants to come in. Okay, freeing up a space is the way for you to trigger a signal that goes out to the universe and says, oh, Dani, let this person go. We need to fill that space for her. And then you get to bring in the new. Saturn, Gemini, and rising, yeah. The other big thing that's going to happen, and anybody with Gemini placements is going to feel this the strongest, but it's going to affect all of us, is right now Uranus just went direct in Taurus, but it's about to move into Gemini. And any time historically that Uranus has been in Gemini has been incredibly significant historically, like the Civil War, sorry to say. But same with Pluto in Aquarius. So Pluto's in Aquarius right now. It will stay there for 19 years. 10 times throughout recorded history, we can go back and see what happened when Pluto was in Aquarius, because it only happens every 239 years. Every single time Pluto's ever been in Aquarius, there was a revolution. Every time, including the American Revolution, the French Revolution. Wild stuff. So it's the age of Aquarius. Pluto's in Aquarius. We have an Aquarius stellium going on. We're about to have an eclipse during a new moon in Aquarius at the latest degree, because the very next day, the 18th, is Pisces season. The sun moves into Pisces. So it's the very last degree. All of which just supports this idea of a reset, a brand new start. So this week we're going to continue to see a lot of truths revealed. Anybody in the public eye, not even, I mean, it could just be in your regular life, or powerful, figures on the planet that has a lot of skeletons in their closet, they're coming out. Truths will continue to be revealed, and it's up to us to decide what happens. I keep seeing everybody online being like, why is nothing being done? This is crazy. This is ridiculous. Well, done by who? Do something. It's waiting for you. Nobody's coming down to sort of make all this happen for us. The universe is literally waiting for us to awaken and do it for ourselves. Instead of sitting around going, why is nothing being done? Why is nothing being done? What we need to do is organize and fucking make shit happen. Hold people accountable. This is not a political speech at all. Y'all know I'm not political in any way. I believe anybody involved in politics is an asshole and a liar and stepped on a lot of people to get there. I'm sorry. That's what I believe. So I'm way more a fan of the revolution. I don't do one side or the other. I think that a bipartisan political system is created to keep us against each other and at odds, because they're terrified of how powerful we are when we come together. They'd rather have us distracted and fighting with one another while they go on and steal money from us and live their fabulous lives and get away with all kinds of things and get richer and richer on our backs. So I personally am a fan of revolution. But what can I say? We have to save ourselves. There's nobody coming to save us. Yeah. Listen, I'm not judging anybody's ability or rights to follow and believe whatever they believe in and support the candidates they do and whatever. Like, everyone's entitled to an opinion, and I respect that. And I don't push my views on people. It's just my personal feeling is none of it's good. I just don't believe in pitting people against themselves when I know how powerful we are when we come together as a collective. That's all. But yeah, even if it's on a much smaller scale in your local town or whatever, your personal life. If you're waiting for someone to come enact this change, the person that, you know, what everyone's waiting on is likely you. Like, you want to be a lady or a legend, whether you're male or female. There's no gender on the other side. That only exists in 3D Earth, or all divine masculine and divine feminine equally. But what's wrong with us doing it? Taking power back, right? Taking an active role in creating the life we want to live on a personal scale, creating our own life, our own architecture, like being the own architect of our life. And then big picture, in a global sense, what's the kind of world do you want to live in? You know, collective consciousness, that idea is everything, I think. I don't think, I know. That's what Spirit brought me here to talk about in this lifetime. It's the idea that we are all one, and we are. We're all the spark of the same source, and what we do to one another, we're always doing to ourselves. All right, let's get some tarot for y'all. I call upon the light. I call upon the divine, angels, guides, ancestors, and my higher self. What are the best and highest messages, please, for the collective? What do they need to hear right now? Yes. My late husband was in a coma for about 2 weeks, and had an incredible experience during that time. He woke up singing the song I was playing for him while he was allegedly, you know, brain dead and not in his body. But he was looking down on his body and saw me sitting there holding his hand and crying and like whatever. I was with him all the time. And he kept fighting with these angels who kept saying, you gotta go, bro. Like, we've given you way too much time. You can't stay here anymore. It's too late. You can't go back. You gotta come with us. And he was a very stubborn Russian Gemini. And I can literally see him doing this. But he just kept fighting them. Like, no, I'm not going. She's so sad. I'm not leaving her. She's so sad. I can't leave her. And he fought and fought and fought until something popped up and was like, hey, buddy, I heard your struggle. I can help you. And he followed that. And he came back against all odds. And I do mean all. And he ultimately passed, but he lived for a while after that. And he told me about his experience on the other side. I've had a couple near-death experiences. Saw a light, a portal to the other side, and also an angel that stayed with me during one. And I've crossed over a lot of souls and had the ability sometimes to see that opening. It's pretty powerful. It's very profound, and people usually start transitioning days before they die, sometimes even months. You know. No, that's okay. Not sensitive at all. Not sensitive at all. Call upon divine, call upon the Holy Spirit, angels, guides, ancestors, and my higher self. What are the best and highest messages for everyone watching, please? You have to go back. Yeah. A lot of times that's how people feel, because you feel so light when you like start to transition to the other side. Like, Earth is very, very dense, and our bodies are very dense here, and it's hard for a soul to be born here. It's why babies cry, because they wake up and they go, Earth, fuck, and they start bawling their eyes out. I swear, I believe that. But when you start to transition to the other side, and you're in like your ethereal body, your light body, and the density lifts, and the anger and the jealousy and the hate and all of those emotions that only exist on Earth that are really heavy for our lighter conscious souls, higher conscious souls. It's kind of hard to not want to stay once you've got a little moment with it, you know. But you'll get back there when the time's right. I'm glad we have you here now. You obviously must have something that you need to accomplish here, something we need you for. All right. Best and highest messages, please, for everyone watching. What is the message that they need to hear tonight? Can't believe how long we've been on here, y'all. Losing both parents is a big deal. Yeah. I believe that. I'm sure it has. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, there's always people waiting for you to transition on the other side. There's always passed on loved ones, pets, waiting for you. And there's archangels that guard that bridge that will always accompany you. No one ever goes alone. For the collective. Finally, we got something. It's very slow moving. Oh, I like this. I like this already. Oh, as soon as I said that, now they're jumping all over the place. All right. What do we got? Oh, hello, 10 of Pentacles. Look, the keys. There's your keys on there, y'all. 10 of Pentacles, great card. 4 of Pentacles, we have Temperance. This is Archangel Michael, by the way, making an appearance again. 2 of Pentacles, Queen of Swords. We've got a 5 of Swords. Wow, there's a lot. There's a lot. Magician, a Prince of Wands, a Knight of Swords, a Knight of Cups. Wow, 2 knights in a row. And a Prince. Interesting. 2 of Swords, a 10 of Wands, the Hermit, and a 2 of Wands. Wow, holy shit. Okay, this is a lot. This is a lot of messages. And these double 2s are really standing out to me right now. Okay. I'm seeing a lot of truths here. All right, there's some truths coming through that may be a little bit hard to hear or acknowledge. And for some of y'all, these are truths about yourself, because we're not perfect. If we were perfect, we wouldn't be here. You know, if we were perfect, we wouldn't have to keep coming to Earth and learning shit. Hi, Raymond. Thank you so much. You can drop a question, yeah. Everybody has to go through a life review when they transition. You get your scorecard, your report card, essentially. I didn't lose anything. I just had endings. Ors. Damn. All right. Some of y'all, this is truths about yourself. And like I said, none of us are perfect, right? But sometimes we have to sort of acknowledge something because it's been holding us back. A lot of times it's just a self-limiting belief, or we don't realize that maybe we didn't have strong boundaries or enough self-worth or self-love going on until, you know, we're kind of forced to look at it. So there's some of that coming through here too. For others, this is a truth coming in about somebody else that's important in your life, or, you know, it could be somebody you looked up to, whatever. But there's something that you're holding on to that needs to be released here for you to sort of manifest, okay, your new beginning. And remember, your opportunity, that window is like the 16th through the 21st, maybe 16th through the 20th, where you are truly going to be able to manifest a brand new life in a miraculous way. So let go of what you need to let go of and be focused on what you want that to look like. All right. And Prince of Wands is here. It's very follow your passion. Okay. Follow what you're passionate about, because that's always your sole purpose. Okay. There's a small percent of you that are either here live or are going to hear this once it's posted, where this is a person, a relationship, someone you're in a relationship with is not being faithful and honest to you. The Prince of Wands is what I call kind of fuckboy energy, if you will. Very hot and cold, very in and out. Okay, so small percentage of y'all, but there's somebody there that needed to hear it. Temperance, Archangel Michael energy coming through, number 14. That is all about being in harmony and flow. It's the most beautiful energy. It's very balanced, very harmonious, very peaceful. So the more we can kind of master that energy and let go of control or an expectation of an outcome or whatever, or I want to hold on to this person so bad, but Spirit's given you every reason to know that they're not the best one for you for this next phase of your life. We got to let that go right now. There's a lot of choices here because we've got the 2 of Wands, the 2 of Swords, the 2 of Pentacles, 2, 2, 2, which already came through in the angel numbers, right? But there's definitely a lot of choices here. You've got paths you need to choose from, all right? The more you ground and connect with your higher self and your own intuition, but also your guides and angels, the easier these decisions are going to be to make, and the more you're going to know which way to go. But the best advice I can ever give you when you're faced with something like this is anxiety is very loud. Intuition is very quiet. So if it physically is causing a reaction in your body to think about taking that path, don't go that way. Okay, intuition is a knowing. You just know. It's calm, it's peaceful, and it's like, I'm going that way. I'm choosing this, right? But it's oftentimes easier to figure out which way not to go than which way to go. So just a perspective to look at it when you're faced with this. Because for a lot of y'all, you're not going to be able to see where this path leads before you make your choice, for most of you, including me. But the key is to find balance here. Okay, so Knight of Cups and Knight of Swords. In this deck, it's interesting that they're, look at that, they're like charging toward one another. They're facing different ways, but charging towards one another. I know Swords is the air signs, but there's lightning bolts and shit back there. It's giving me this fire-water vibe, like the first cards that we pulled. So the Knight of Swords is the fastest moving knight in the deck. He comes in hot and quick, and he brings information. A text, an email, communication of some kind. You learn something new. You have a perspective switch, something like that. The Knight of Cups brings the love offer, right? It's the water signs, emotions, healing, love. So Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Knight of Swords would be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So there is some information, communication coming in hot, and it's an opportunity for you to have a love, a brand new love in your life, or to do something that you will love. This is very healing, loving energy that's coming in. And you don't want to miss it by being caught up in your head. Five of Swords is like overthinking, stuck in the, like, I don't know what to do, I don't know what to do, I don't know what to do, so you stay stuck. You don't want to do that. All right, you want to make your choice here. Two of Wands is knowing which path to go down. Yes, it's a choice, but you know which one to take. Okay? It's interesting, too, that it has the astrological wheel on it in this deck. To me, anyway, I find that fascinating. But you just need to kind of quiet the mind and be guided by intuition here. Look, I'm just noticing on this card, too. Do you see that? That is the same symbols that we pulled in the very beginning of the reading, right? That represent the fire element and the water element. Look at that. Interesting. We're also going to go into the year of the fire horse and leave the year of the snake behind the same day as that Aquarius new moon and the solar annular eclipse, the 17th. So fire horse. And you got the two tens. Tens are complete endings, okay? This is an absolute ending. A Ten of Wands is a burden you can no longer carry. It's too heavy. You need to put it down, okay? Hi, woo. And the Ten of Pentacles, this is having absolute security and a stable, like, foundation in life, right? Like earthly material possessions, finances, the house you live in, but you're not alone. There's people here with you, a spouse, children. For some of y'all, it's a partner in 15 chickens. Some of y'all, it's a partner in 20 kids, whatever it is for you, okay? Whatever that means for you is what you'll get. And you've got the key. You've got the key that showed up in the beginning of your reading that opens this doorway, right? For you to have all of the abundance and happiness on earth. It's waiting for you. Just make sure you quiet the mind and you don't miss this Ace of Cups is at the bottom of the deck. This love offer that wants to come in for you, this loving new life, a life that you will love and be so grateful for. Don't miss it, okay? Don't miss it. Where am I? Hold on. Raymond, I see your question. I'm going to answer you in a second, okay? I just want to finish this reading first because I don't want to jumble up the energies. And I feel super guided to grab my astrology deck right now, so I'm going to do that. If I can figure out where the F it is. Oh, there it is. Hold on one sec, y'all. Okay. See, I told you. I probably have 150 decks right here at my disposal. They're in cases all over for when I'm recording or like live or whatever. But it never fails that I want the one I got to get up and go get. What can you do? All right. At least it's tiny here in the Babe Cave, and it doesn't take me very long to jump up and grab one of the 300 decks that are surrounding me in this room. All right, beloveds. Oh, we have a piece we don't, is there somebody we don't like? You guys, I gotta tell y'all, when you defend me, it's kind of the greatest feeling I've ever had in my life. As a girl that was like really bullied and like totally didn't have any friends growing up. It's real sweet, y'all. Warms my heart. For the collective, please. Tell me more about these messages. Ten of Pentacles, there are decisions they have to make. What's coming towards the collective? 3-3, y'all. 3-3. Index cards. Hi, Rose. Ales. I love it. Fire signs, baby. All right, we have a conjunction going on. That's an alliance. Just we were talking about this Saturn-Neptune conjunction coming up, number 51. And conjunctions just like their energies are blending together. It's not like an opposition or a square, which is not super friendly. This is friendly. Uranus, fucking change. What were we just talking about, y'all? Whoo! Number 25. I can't remember the exact date this year that Uranus moves into Gemini, but oh wait, this is why we have the astrology planner. We'll get it. Make it more funny. You guys, oh my God. Pray for him and send love and light, okay? He'll be awakened too. And I do believe in Jesus. Jesus is an ascended master. I just don't believe in organized religion. I went to Catholic school all my life to become a witch. Make a song. I do that too. I love that. I love that. What else, please? All right. Be prepared for change and alliance. Conjunction. That's collective consciousness. Spirit is telling us, literally telling us, that we all need to come together and enact these changes. They're not just going to happen for us. We got to do it. We got to do it. All right. Anything else? Am I missing something else here? And remember, make decisions that support where you're going. All right? Always consider that when you have a choice to make. And think about the people in your life, the ideas of yourself, your identity, your self-limiting beliefs, shit like that you've been carrying around for a lifetime. You got to stop and look at them sometimes and say, is that still aligned to who I am? Is that really my belief, my value, my system that I want to align with? Or is this person holding me back? Blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean. You gotta cut the dead weight, man. You can't fly with an anchor on your cape. We do have the Hermit here as well, Virgo energy. And the Hermit is telling us to spend time in quiet reflection, some time alone, so that we can be guided out to our next path. The Hermit always has a lantern because that time alone we'll find our new path. It'll be illuminated for us. All right, 7th house, the house of relationships, Libra's house. Transits, 55, which is also the angel number of change. Hi, Day. How are you? Oh, my God. I've never seen that show. Hi, Spiritual. How are you? All right. To me, this couldn't be more obvious, right? These messages. Conjunction, alliance, Uranus, which is change, 7th house of relationships, and transit/climate. We got to build stronger relationships with one another. We need to work together. We need to form an alliance here to enact real change, positive change. Decide the world we want to live in, a higher vibrational space, right? Collective consciousness. We want to raise to 5D, right? We don't want to live in 3D bullshit. I don't. We also have a Mercury retrograde coming up at the end of this month, on February 25th, and that coupled with the fact that Venus will still be in Pisces could cause a lot of confusion. So those of us who are awakened, we need to stay really awake right now. Let me find that date that Uranus is going to move into Gemini, because it's a big one. That's a big day this year, and I don't want y'all to miss it. Well, I mean, I won't let you miss it anyway, but it's come up a few times, so it's just made me kind of curious as to when that is. I want to say it's like June or July. Let me see. If anybody happens to know, by all means comment, but if not, I'll find it. That's May. We also have the nodes shifting this year. So the North Node's going to move into Aquarius, and the South Node is going to move into Leo, which is a big deal. That'll stay for 18 months, and then also decides the eclipses for the next 18 months. Mercury, Venus, Chiron, blah, blah, blah. Sun, no Uranus. Okay, maybe it's July. I know it's coming. Oh my God, July is so jam-packed. July is going to be wild, y'all. So is the next month, but here we go. Uranus, Uranus, Uranus. Neptune. No, I can't find it. All right. Anyway, I'll try to remember to bring it up or put it in the comments or something when I post the video. But when Uranus moves out of Taurus and into Gemini, that's a big deal. It's a big deal. And by then we will have already seen a whole bunch of change going on, y'all. All right. Do y'all know that the whole reason why we're spiritually like awakening and all of this is going on right now is because we are ascending, and it's the first time in the history of the universe that it's ever been done. The whole universe is watching us, y'all. The whole universe. Be nice, y'all. Love and light. I know what it feels like to be attacked by a group. It ain't fun. All right, I was way off. It's in April. April. Uranus enters Gemini April 25th. Remember that day. February 20th, April 25th. We're gonna see some shit, y'all. My loves. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. It's all for our highest good. But just throwing it out there. So we will be in Taurus season when that happens. Uranus will leave Taurus, move into Gemini. It's gonna be a big transit, April 25th. All right, but we gotta get past the 17th of February and the 20th of February. So let's just, one thing at a time. But I felt like it was coming up for a reason. I did.